2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And then you look at Chris Bosh, who missed half of last season. Such an important player on both ends of the floor, and boy, the Heat really missed him.
Yeah, he's a go-to player who demands attention, and he's got a feathery touch. You know, he keeps getting better as his threes starts going down. So
we'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5, and it's Curry in at the point guard.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the wide open shot from Green. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too, but he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit, but still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
For Miami, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Off the inbound, no good.
And, you know, getting back to Luol Deng, he wasn't entirely pleased with his new role. He's been a knockdown mid-range shooter throughout his career, but last year he was asked to shoot corner threes and volume, and that's not his game.
Warriors on D. He kicks it to Wade. Tries from 10. And the shot falls short this time.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
And back to Luol Deng. I mean, he started last season pretty strong. I mean, Deng was actually healthier than LeBron at the beginning of the year, but the tables turned around midseason. Deng became hobbled with that knee, and LeBron returned to his old dominant self. And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Dragic dishes to Deng. Nice D from Bogut.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Heat have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. And that one's good by Bosh.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Now here's Green. They get the rebound. Poked loose. Bogut kicks to Thompson. Back to Bogut. They kick it out to Green. Misses the 3. The Heat have gotten just 3 of the first 9 shots to go down in this game. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Dang can't get it to go.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
That's a 2 from Barnes. Curry outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Scooped up. Heat moving the ball around. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Curry outside. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Dragic the pass to Bosh. That's in coming off an assist from Dragic. Bosh has got his second basket of the game.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And Thompson kicks to Barnes. 1:53 left in the first. And there's the call on Bosh. That is his first foul of the game. And the Heat with some changes. Stoudemire comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes. Now here's Green. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Thompson against Wade. Stoudemire dishes to Dang. And it's Bosh in the corner. Fades back. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career. But, boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Winslow's checked in for the Heat. Green comes in for Dwayne Wade. Golden State also making some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Warriors leading by 5.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, I mean, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, his scoring average right back up to 21 a game.
There's Winslow. And the shot is long.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up. That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
Talking about Chris Bosh, he was really ahead of his time when he first entered the league. I mean, very few power forwards back then had his combination of size, agility, and skill set. Now we're seeing a ton of fours like that on draft night. And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
And for Gerald Green and him reinventing himself, really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
You know, Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
He's off on the second. And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
And here's Iguodala outside, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Iguodala's got 5 points so far. Green passes to Stoudemire. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Green with the block. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They're up by 8. And we'll be back shortly for... All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Heat, Winslow is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Gerald Green. Then there's Dragic. And it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Livingston. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. Here's Iguodala. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Luol Deng is checked in for Stoudemire. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Green.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time. But it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in, and that's an intentional foul.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
And the Warriors miss again. The Heat trail by 12. Here's Winslow. Kept alive. Here's Whiteside. Green with the block. The feed to Thompson. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Warriors leading by 12. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. And it's Thompson again missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Winslow, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists now in this one. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Only 1 turnover so far in the game for them, Kevin. Another reason they're in the lead with halftime approaching, taking care of the ball.
And Miami shooting gets 33%, struggling to get good looks. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Wade kicks to Deng. Lets it go from the wing.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got to just...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
That brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better. And while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
Pulls up on the wing. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds in the game. Wade gets the bucket.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Winslow's shot is off.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, I see no birds up there.
No.
Chris Bosh is checked in for the Heat. Chalmers comes in for Winslow. Here's Wade. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And now here comes Dang leading the break. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Dwayne Wade.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
It's stolen by Dang. It's stolen by Curry. Barnes. Offensive rebound. Bogut. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And now it's a 10-point Warrior lead. There's the pass to Wade. All alone. Good. It's Bosh picking up the assist. 8 points for Wade.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
And the Heat with some changes. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Wade. And it's Gerald Green in for Goran Dragic. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Stoudemire. Golden State's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
And he gets it to go. Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that. Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving.
The Heat shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Free throw drops for Stoudemire.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a point in that first quarter.
And he banks in the layup. Stoudemire's got 7 points here in this quarter.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Free throw good, Bogut. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Well, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Barnes dishes to Curry. No good from Bogut.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable.
It's all tied.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson, along with Miami's first quarter, could have gone much better. The deficit for them just seemed to grow and grow, eventually reaching the... And now, folks, it's just about time for the third...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. Dragic with another miss.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Bogut. But they get it back. No good from outside. The Heat with the lead. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Wade with the ball.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Warriors have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Here's Bogut. And the Warriors miss again.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And that one's good by Bosch.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Look at that shot! How did that go in?
How about that?
Oh! A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Winslow's checked in for Miami. Dragic with a wide open look. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. Dragic has got the lead up to 7 now for the Heat.
Great pass by Bosch there.
And he gets it to go. 14 points for Klay Thompson.
Harrison Barnes. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Barnes has got 8.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Right side, no good.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight. And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's sure on that possession. And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
In the corner, Winslow with it. And it's sent back by Bogut. Here we go, one-on-one for the tie. And it's Thompson again missing.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Here's Bogut. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Winslow. Green, no luck.
tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
A nice shot by Winslow.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Warriors trail by 4. Green kicks to Thompson. Here's Bogut. They get it again.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
A nice shot by Winslow.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big RC coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision, and whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that 4th or 5th option in the offense.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Amari Stoudemire, with a change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and you know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
Bosch kicks to Stoudemire. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. Bosch has got assist number 5 here tonight.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The Warriors have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.